Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey guys, thanks for viewing in to my channel here. I thought I'd do a video today about Obamacare and basically how I told you so. Like last year I did 2 videos on Obamacare. Oh, very frustrating. They didn't get very many views. I think they both got like 70 views or something like that. So at least 70 people knew the actual truth about Obamacare before it was actually implemented. But in those 2 videos that I did, I basically predicted everything that was going to happen. Like with jobs, like there's actually businesses now closing their doors because they're not going to be able to afford Obamacare. There's people losing their health insurance because of Obamacare. There's people's rates that are doubling, even tripling now in price for families because of Obamacare. Here they just came out with the latest numbers of like how many people actually lost their health care insurance because of Obamacare. And if you go back, you can go through YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on news channels. You can go back to old videos and you can watch the plethora of videos where Obama's like, you will not lose your current health care plan, and if you want to keep your current health care plan, you can. And he would always end it with period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Period. You can keep your plan. You can keep your doctor. No one's going to lose their doctor. No one's going to lose the plan they want. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. Well, tell that to the over 700,000 people as of just now that have lost their health insurance and who lost their doctor. The insurance cancellation notices, I don't know if you've heard about them. These are letters that insurance companies are sending out to their customers. And they're basically just telling them, well, you're going to have to go take a walk. We're not going to be covering you anymore. Florida Blue, I have the numbers right here in front of me. Florida Blue just dropped 300,000 policies. Kaiser Permanente in California, they dropped 160,000 policies. Blue Shield dropped 119,000 policies. Highmark, which is in my state, they dropped 13,000 policies. And then Independence Blue Cross, who's also in my state, dropped 24,000 policies. So, I don't know. I know it's not going to end there. I think it's going to go into the millions and millions and millions of people that are going to lose their current health care insurance. If you want to kind of have that same insurance, I guess, you're going to have to pay a lot more for it now. In those videos, I discussed, a situation where when I went out and I started browsing around for health insurance and I was getting quotes last year, they were telling me I could get health insurance for a single guy, who's not in bad shape. The only thing I do wrong is smoke. I could get health care for around $220, $230 a month, for me. And then I asked that Aegis representative, I was like, well, I said, when Obamacare hits, how is that going to affect the price of my health care plan? And he's like, oh, it's just going to double, I'm like, are you serious? I'm going to have to pay over $400 a month? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, that led into a whole hour discussion I had with this sales rep for this health insurance provider. And what he told me, and he was scared shitless when he was telling me because he didn't know how it was going to happen or what was going down. But all he knew from his meetings and what he got from his higher-ups was that health insurance was going to double, possibly even triple for most people in America. Co-payments would double and all that. So, I kind of had that information and all that because I don't think many people actually called their healthcare provider and be like, hey, what's going to happen to my healthcare insurance when Obamacare kicks in? Honestly, I don't think anybody in the goddamn country actually fucking did that, because if they would have done that, it would have started raising more questions. Now you had people out there like Rush Limbaugh, who those left-wing nuts like the Democrats and that, they just think everything Rush Limbaugh says is a lie. I actually listen, so I started doing my own research, and then that's why I made my 2 Obamacare videos telling people how bad Obamacare really is and how bad it's going to be for the economy and all that and everything. So here we are today. The fucking Obamacare website don't even work. They put $500 million into it. I don't even think when they made the Amazon website they didn't put $500 million into it. They probably put like less than $100 million. I'm sure. Honestly, I can't believe a website would cost $500 million. I could make the most coolest website for $500 million, and I can guarantee it would work. But it's like on these comedy shows and all that stuff they're putting. I don't know. It's like all these porn sites, get millions of hits every day and they work fine. Amazon gets millions of hits every day and they're fine. eBay gets fucking probably 1 billion hits a day and they're fine. And that's just how Obama lies to us. He lies to you, he lies to me. He was telling everybody they could keep their health care insurance. He's telling everybody it's going to cost less. Period. He'd always say period at the end. That Feinstein bitch was like, oh, everybody's going to have affordable health care. And she said everyone. And then she comes out later on and she's like, I don't recall saying everyone's going to have health care insurance. You know what I mean? It's like, why does that make it better? It's like it's recorded on videotape of you saying what you're saying. And then just because you're going to come out a year later and then say on videotape, oh, I don't recall saying that, doesn't mean it's true. We have the fucking videotape of you fucking saying it. You know what I mean? And these goddamn politicians, they should be held accountable for it. It should be, when they lie like that, especially on a scale like Obamacare, how much of a lie it's been, it should be a felony. It should be 5 to 7 years in jail for making a lie like that to the public. When you're in that kind of position, where you're in a position of leadership, it's almost kind of up there with national security. That thing they push so much, like the NSA does. How Snowden got fucked because he released documents stating that the NSA was spying on everybody and all that. And look, he went to jail, and he was telling the truth. But politicians get to stand up there and they get to lie to us all the time. Obamacare was going to cut the deficit in half. He was going to have all the troops out by 2011 from Iraq and Afghanistan. He plays the blame game. He knew nothing about Fast and Furious. He knew nothing about Benghazi. He knew nothing about the IRS fucking picking on the Tea Party or Republicans. He doesn't, anytime it suits his benefit, he just plays the blame game and he knows nothing. So this Obamacare thing has really ticked me off. I think hopefully now that people are actually starting to see all the news and everything about Obamacare and how bad it is. I said in my videos, there's not enough nurses, there's not enough doctors to take care of everyone in the United States. They're not going to have enough staff to do the customer support for the insurance policies to handle the customers that want health insurance. It's like, I said all this, and right here, when they try to get the website up and going, fucking doesn't work. They're hoping they can have it done by Thanksgiving. That's when they're hoping that they can have it up and operational. And I have my doubts about that. Oh, it just drives me nuts. And I don't, who are these people that voted for Obama? I remember the numbers. It was kind of like, what was it, like 52 million to 67 million or something like that. It was kind of, I don't think it was that far apart. It was like 57 million to 63 million or something like that. That was the vote. So it's basically the country is divided. It just sucks. I don't know what else to tell you besides get rid of Obamacare. It's like the only chance we have to getting affordable health care insurance. You know, now that families are going to be up, and not all you families are going to see that. You haven't got your letter yet or anything. If you have health care insurance for your families, you know, don't be surprised if your health care insurance triples. Because like I said last year, you know, one of the things I said, you can't have a simple health care plan. And that's what that representative told me. He said you have to have an approved health care plan, a government plan that is approved by the government, a health care plan, I mean, that's approved by the government. So basically, you could have a simple health care plan, but at the end of the year, you still got to pay the fine because it's not approved by the government. So, but who knows? The fine plus a simple health care plan could be probably cheaper than buying the actual approved health care insurance. So, like I said, last year, all it is a tax. There's a bunch of other tax goodies put in there. Stuff that kind of covers every classification of people in the United States, no matter if you're rich, poor, or young. Everybody's going to be paying more taxes. And Obamacare, that's all it is a tax. I said it would be a big disaster. I said it would be horrible for the economy. And look what's happening. Millions of people are going to lose their current health care insurance. People are still not going to be able to afford it. Hours are still going to get cut. Businesses are already closing their doors. People are going to lose their jobs. And I predicted all this last year, and now it's happening. You know, and wait till 2014 hits. That's all I can say. If we do not get rid of Obamacare, wait till 2014 hits. The only thing now that kind of screwed up my prediction, because I had no idea they were going to do this, but they postponed it for businesses. They postponed it for businesses till the end of 2014, which is kind of fucked up, because why postpone it for businesses and not for individual people like you and me and our families and such? You know, they just did it for the business sector, and they said, fuck you guys, you're still going to pay it, you know? So, all I can say is, I fucking told you so. And I'm sure there's other guys out there that knew how bad Obamacare was, but these people won't listen. And the only thing that keeps going through my head, you know, was when Romney was up in front of that I don't know what they were called, like a black caucus or something like that. And Romney's like, if I become president, I'm going to get rid of Obamacare. And they just all booed, you know. They're like, ooh, you suck. Blah, blah, blah. Because you know why they thought that? You know why they booed? Because first of all, they all thought it was going to be free. That's the only reason they booed. You know, they were like, you know, they thought they were going to get their hands on free health care. That ain't going to happen. Go watch one of my previous videos. I'll tell you. It tells you who's going to get free health care. It's not going to be you, and it's not going to be me. I'll put it that way. So, alright guys, thanks for watching my video. I just kind of wanted to make this quick. You know, for the Democrats out there, for everybody that voted for Obama, I just wanted to say, I told you so. So, go fuck yourselves. Democrats. Alright, thanks for watching.